Anything else you want to cover?
Did you see that stunt that Bobby Kennedy and Sean Hannity pulled at the Steak and Shake?
So, I mean,
No.
I dude, what do you I listen, I'm gonna say something. I've said this before on the show, and I'll say it to you, Steve, right now. Robert Kennedy Jr. is the first time that that a guy running for president, I knew friends of mine personally knew him on a personal level. It's the first time ever. And universally, there's not one person I've ever talked to that doesn't say the nicest things about him. They all say he's like, and friends of ours who are in the truth, into the counterculture, whatever you want to call our movement, they all say the nicest things about him. But man, his stance on Israel, I go, they have to have you on film doing some unholy shit.
I mean, he came out and said that if all of the skeletons in my closet could vote for me, I'd be president.
Whoa.
He said that.
God bless you,
Damn.
brother, for your honesty. God bless
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I mean, he
That's
lived a
direct
full
quote.
life, it sounds like, to put it that way. Yeah.
I
But,
mean,
like here's the thing with the Steak and Shake thing, though, because
why don't you tell them what happened for those who don't know?
Yeah,
like
I didn't see
Xavier
what
Guerrera.
happened.
Like
No idea.
Xavier
So-
Guerrera.
No idea. I would
Is
have
it
no
something
idea.
quick that I could pull? Is it interesting?
Yeah. If you go to on Twitter, if you go to Hotspot.
Hotspot. We're talking
It's
about
an
the
account,
hotspot.
Hotspot?
Yeah. It's a news aggregate account ran by my good friend Nico House. Him and Sean Hannity did this thing where they went into a Steak and Shake. And if you guys aren't familiar with Steak and Shake, you know, I grew up in the Midwest. We had one in my town.
I
It's
got it.
fun. They serve actual steak burgers. It's great. They do.
Is it better than In-N-Out?
Oh yes, I saw. Okay, so the
It's way
story
better
was that
than
they're
In-N-Out.
using beef tallow now for the fries.
And I just had In-N-Out like before we went on the air. You know, so I'm not hating on In-N-Out.
I love In-N-Out, dude.
Is this the
Yeah.
clip?
Yeah,
Yes,
let's
sir.
watch this.
Yeah.
By the way, here you go.
Let's watch the CIA
This is-
guy talk to Robert Kennedy.
Yeah, he totally is.
Take the red mask, and I'll take those trays back for you.
Oh, okay. Is that?
This is you, Sean.
Oh, this is me. Okay, thank you.
And Secretary, this is for you. All right, gentlemen. Enjoy.
Thank you.
They got the Jackie Robinson black guy talking. This is for you.
Look at Hannity. He's like, I'm not afraid to touch blacks. Look
I
at-
have touched a black person.
Ice, but I'm not going to drink it all because he's going to yell at me.
I was about to say over or under one times he says the phrase "my man" to that guy before he walks away.
Thank you, my man.
And Steak and Shake just switched out, and people are raving about these French fries. You taste them,
They're
I taste
amazing.
them.
They really
I
are.
was thinking the other day, really, RFK, it's kind of brilliant because no AI can fake that voice. He's the one guy that no AI can do that RFK voice.
Yeah, you're totally right.
There's
Yeah.
not-
When I was a kid, I traveled in Europe. Europe is great. Always had great food. The French fries were always a disappointment because we had the best French fries here. They had pommes frites over there, and they just didn't taste right. Today, the best French fries in the world are in Europe. I order them every time I go to Belgium or France or any place else. And the French fries here just don't taste right. And you taste these, it's a completely different experience. And the customers are raving about it. Other companies, Steak and Shake has been great. We're very grateful for them for RFKing the French fries. They turned me into a verb. But also Popeyes.
By the way, a plastic straw. Thank you. Thank God. I can't stand those paper straws. I hate them.
They do suck.
Wow.
They do suck, but he's garbage.
Is there more to that we want to pull, or is that the main bit?
Jackie Robinson black.
That's the main bit. That's the main bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So
For sure.
bizarre, so strange.
So here's the thing with the fries, though, is that there was a couple of different like TikTok dudes who were, you know, health centric, who went to Steak and Shake, and they're like, "Hey, tell me about the beef tallow." And they're like, "Oh, well, it's actually, you know, 100% actual beef tallow." And he goes, "Okay, tell me about the fries. Do you guys cut them here? Are they fresh potatoes? Is it a one ingredient potato?" And they go, "No, the potatoes come frozen. They're already cooked in seed oils.
Or
They
something.
already have like a ton of ingredients mixed in with them.
Oh.
So what they're doing is they're taking a pre-made product that's already saturated in crap and then soaking it in beef tallow and presenting it as an all-natural product.
I agree,
That's the
buddy.
bait and switch.
I agree, dude.
And they already went back on it, saying how it was a miscommunication, but they were trying to act they were free, all tallow free, and now that they got caught, they're like, oh, it was a miscommunication. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
The usual.
I mean, here's what I'm just gonna say. I'm going to say this. If we're gonna go down this road with RFK Jr., I do think it's gonna take time. I don't think you're gonna be able to do it right overnight. I think what Steve is saying is important, that you call these people on their hypocrisy, and I do think it's going to take time. That's the only thing I'll say right there. Steve, I want to get into something before we let you go. Okay. So we have this thing with Trump, the Palestinian free speech. A guy is in the country on a green card. He gets basically snatched up, and nobody knows where he is. Who knows if he's at a black site? Nobody knows that. And the right is celebrating this. And I'm just gonna tell you guys, and I get into it with you guys, and not the people listening to the show, maybe some of you, and that's okay, because we're not always gonna agree on everything. It's all right not to agree on everything. But when they do something, when they break a constitutional right and anything like that against someone you don't like, and you're okay with that, just know that will be used against you eventually. And to the left, once again, we see the left just eating their own words, as they were hating on the January 6th people, which was a giant intelligence agency psyop, arresting people, labeling them domestic terrorists, which means their constitutional rights were thrown away, excuse me. Now they've come around, now they're doing it to the other side. And I don't agree with locking up January 6th people. I don't agree with locking this guy up. And yeah, maybe we could have a discussion, is if you're blessed enough to get a green card to America, should you be criticized America? It's the same thing I said with Jordan Peterson's smoke show daughter, who just became an American citizen and is already shitting on the fucking country, which I'm like, maybe we need, you get 5 years where you got to shut the fuck up because you came from a shithole where you ran from there and now you're here. Shut the fuck up. We can have a discussion on that. But now they're grabbing this guy who's protesting what Israel's doing to Palestine, which I totally agree with him on. And now they grabbed him. And now both sides look stupid, because the left was happy when they did to the January 6ers, and the right's now okay with they doing it to this guy. What are your thoughts?
Well, team sports politics is retarded.
Yeah, I agree, dude. I totally agree.
And Mahmoud Khalil does not deserve to be incarcerated or black-sided or deported or any of that. If you have, it doesn't, it really, honestly, in terms of the Constitution and in terms of the law, it doesn't matter if you have a green card or a student visa, although his case is being wildly misrepresented as in the right-wing media. They're all talking about how he's here on a visa. He has a green card. He's a permanent resident. That's his status. It should be recognized as elevated above student visa, but they're deliberately misrepresenting it to make him look like some kind of, radical student protester. Here's the thing. The First Amendment applies to everyone who's protected under the Constitution. That includes people who are here with a green card. That includes people who are here on a student visa. You have the right to criticize your government. And here's the crazy thing, fellas, he's not even criticizing his government. He's criticizing a foreign government.
You're totally right, dude. It's so crazy to me the way that people, and I hate when people the mega people, but that is who's been teeing off on me. That are like, hey, dude, you can't come here and protest. You're like, well, they're protesting Israel. What are you talking about? And then they start getting into, Oh, dude, he said illegal protest. I go, bro, you must be new to the game because they'll make it illegal. They'll send in some agent provocateurs to cause chaos, and now it becomes an illegal thing.
Yeah.
The very first protest I ever went to in my entire life wasn't even a protest. It was more of a rally, and it was for Mumia Abu Jamal. I was very young. My friend's mom took me and him there, and the next one I went to as a participant was the WTO in Seattle in 1999. It's the second time I ever got my head split open by a cop, and it was all agent provocateurs that made that whole chaos happen. I was a part of Occupy Oakland. I got shot with LRADs. I got shot at.
Really?
Yeah. Shot
that
at.
like?
It was fucking chaos, man. It was fucking crazy, dude. I was working in the medical tent, and we got rushed up on by full-on LRABs, and like it was insane. It was like getting the shit beat out of you by cops and shot at and hit with the long-range acoustic devices. So like it was ugly, very fucking ugly. I've been through this shit. I understand at this point that conventional protest is probably not the way that we should try to go about this stuff.
Yeah.
But it took me a long time because I'm hard-headed. But it's to the point now where all of these protests are nominally, regardless of how many well-intentioned individuals take part in them, they're nominally a performative thing designed to further create division and to give the state a reason to go crack some fucking skulls.
And they want to establish the Department of Domestic Terrorism. It is a giant initiative. They've been trying to do it forever. They wanted the Michigan governor thing to start that, to kind of get the ball rolling. Then January 6th to be like the linchpin to it all. And it didn't work. And now they're like, okay, we're not going to do it right. Let's get with the left. Let's get this Palestinian bullshit going on where you can't criticize fucking Israel. It's actually
didn't they arrest like dozens of FBI informants on January 6th?
Yeah.
That they admit. Those are the ones they admit. It was like 30 or 25 or something like that.
Okay, so they admit to 26, but 26. There was also another report out that says they don't know how many people on the federal payroll were at J6.
Crazy.
And I was there. I was in DC for another thing, and then I found out that they were going to do the Stop the Steal thing, and I was like, oh fuck it, I guess I'm changing my flight. It's going to be a shit show. And it was.
I'm glad I didn't go, dog. And as soon as I would see them start doing that, I'd be like, get the fuck out of here, dude. This is going to be chaos.
Yeah. And it was. I had a great little moment with Dylan Avery and Jason Burmis in front of the ellipse, and it was, a fun little conversation. But like the whole thing itself, it really felt like witnessing a psyop in real time. It really did. I was sitting there with my buddy from the Assange thing that we were doing, and we were like, what the? Like, this is really happening. They're really going to try to turn this into a moment where they just bring the hammer down. And we knew that it was going to be a Democratic administration for the next 4 years. And we knew that there was going to be retribution that was levied out on people who legitimately thought that they were, coming together to exercise their constitutional right to protest something that they felt was unjust. And it's all the Constitution at this point is all marketing. It's all marketing. And it's marketing that's being weaponized against the citizenry in order to throw them in jail unjustly, in order to steal from them indefinitely, and in order to transfer what they've stolen, to their corporate overlords and foreign governments.
Just
That probably sounds black belt.
but it's just this constant press to bring us into this fucking dystopia of just chaos and just like 1984, and it's just gonna get where if you live in the big city, you're gonna be living in a hellscape future where these apex predators do whatever they want, and you have to live in just a sewage of crime and filth.
Yeah.
And then you got to get out of the city and live simple. And those are your choices. What are you going to do? Big city fucking chaos. If you're young, seems like fun. There's always something going on. Or you live in the country where it's peaceful and quiet. I don't know, dude. It seems weird.
There's a John Prine song called Spanish Pipe Dream.
Yes. Love John Prine.
Yeah, one of my favorites, man.
Miss him.
And the chorus is turn off your TV, throw away your paper, move to the country, build you a home. Plant a little garden, grow a lot of peaches, try to find Jesus on your own.
Beautiful song.
Yeah.
Chaos, dude. Chaos, dude.
It's the key to life in that song. It really is.
I agree.
Did anybody watch the Gavin Newsom podcast with Charlie Clerk?
I did.
No, he wants Johnny wants me to do because he fucking hates me.
It's not.
I've been sending it to him. It couldn't be more obvious that Gavin Newsom is preparing to run because he's doing this long form thing now. He just had someone else on too. Who was it today? I saw it going viral. Oh hell, I can't remember who it was. He had someone else on today, but he's doing this long form thing now. He did like 90 minutes with Charlie Kirk unedited. Charlie Kirk insisted that they do it unedited, and he said they honored that. And yeah,
do you think he got pressed, Shawnee? Do you think he pressed him enough for Charlie Kirk? I think he pressed him good enough.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, and it's funny. You could tell Newsom does this funny thing when he gets kind of rattled. He kind of just gets dismissive. He's like, yeah, we know.
He does this kind of.
Yeah,
he does this kind of smirk.
No, dude, but it's clear he's moving to the center. Like,
well, he has to. There's no way.
Yeah,
but dude. How do you allow for fucking your fire department not to deal with fires? How do you pull money out of that? How do you allow you literally are instrumental in the destruction of one of the most world-class cities anywhere, which is San Francisco. You destroyed San Francisco. You've destroyed Los Angeles. A podcast isn't going to change that. It's never going to change that. And I've said this before. The only way that motherfucker has a shot, and I'm going to say this, and I'm not into politics, fuck all them, but if we're going to play the theater of politics, right now what Trump is doing is fucking J.D. Vance right now. J.D. Vance is getting fucked in his ass, and it's not by sweaty Peter Thiel either. He's getting fucked his ass by Trump by doing all this all the momentum Trump had is gone. It's already gone. He's walking back everything. Oh, now he wants fucking Zelensky to come back so he could suck him off. You're fucking J.D. Vance, which is fine because I never vote for any of these parties. But the only way Gavin Newsom has any shot is if he completely flips California in 4 years into this amazing state. And he's never going to do it. Because the only reason he's where he is because he's a fucking American psycho who will kill everything for political gains. And people looked around. It's like, dude, you've destroyed it. You've destroyed California.
You don't think he could do it in the way, though, that you do it when Xi Jinping is coming to town? You know what I mean? Like, he even Charlie Kirk brings that up during the interview. He's like, if you can fix it for him, why can't you fix it for? And he's like, oh, dude, that was so politicized. That was so. And then he brings up French Laundry to his face.
Yep.
And he's like, yeah, that was one of the biggest mistakes of my life. They're never going to let me get away. I mean. It was he pushed him on some things.
I would love to see Gavin Newsom on Joe Rogan because Joe Rogan
he's going to do it. I guarantee you he's going to do it.
Joe Rogan will murk that motherfucker.
No, the best one was Gavin Newsom was saying how his son wanted to meet Charlie Clerk, and he was like, I want to miss a day of school. Let me meet him, Dad. And Gavin Newsom's like, you can't miss a day of school. And then Charlie's like, you let him miss 200 days of school. What's one more? And he was like, God damn it. He got him. It was fucking amazing.
Got him a few times. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
No, I'm with you, dude. I'm with you.